Hi. So, here I am again at the roof, like having my morning walks. And today, my realizations were triggered because of these two quotes from famous people like Oscar Wilde. For example, his quote, or he said, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken." Then another quote from Warren Buffett saying, "There will never be a better you than you." Uh-huh. So that quote definitely struck a chord because I'm not one to assert my personality over other people. I'm not one to call the shots early on in a group dynamic until such time that I already conformed to how they would want to do things. It's only after that I would start acting or reacting negatively when things don't fall into its proper place, or if things don't work out. I feel I missed a lot of opportunities just because I wasn't asserting myself too much. I was too afraid to be me on a lot of occasions, really. Sometimes I even feel apologetic for having good suggestions in mind and speaking them out. Sometimes I speak them like in like this. Hi, sorry but I have this suggestion. Maybe it's something we can look at. Sorry So even with good ideas in mind, I don't readily speak them out just because I'm afraid of maybe the friction that comes with it, the judgment that may come with it. So I stuck with conformity, and somehow I felt that was a comfort zone for me, conforming. So now, because of that, I feel in recent years, I feel less confident about my ability to speak up. Maybe that's one of the reasons I find difficult to speak in front of the camera or to speak with native English speakers. I'm afraid to be judged that my grammar was poor, even if I really know how to write them well. To write English well. Even for posting online. If you post a really good quote and you miss one comma, if you get a lot of comments not on the good quote but on your mistake. So I feel conformity saved me from a lot of that, but also it cost me a lot of opportunities. There were times that I did not speak out my ideas just because I know someone will think about it anyway in the next 2-3 hours, so no need for it to come from me. Then there were times that my suggestions were there were also times that I tried to put out suggestions and some cool dudes shook it off just because they don't understand how to implement it, or it just doesn't conform to what they see is creative. So, but few years later, they did it anyway. So, yeah, I wish I could have been more confident in the things that I'm saying, but also in myself, because I know somehow my experiences in the past brought me a certain level of maturity and understanding of a lot of things. And the way I overcome some of my struggles in the past would probably be helpful if other people knew about them earlier on. So nowadays, especially this year, I try to be more of myself. I mean, to lessen the judgment I throw at my ideas, at my words before I speak them out. I allow myself to commit those mistakes all the more. But of course, I learn from them, yeah. as much as I can. Yeah. So conformity would definitely have value on some occasions, like for strategic ones, like you conform now because you value the relationship with a certain group or with a certain organization. So conformity, and in that sense, that will be some sort of a compromise to sustain a relationship, a partnership rather. So conformity can also be good if definitely there are exceptions where conformity can be helpful, but being yourself, there can also be drawbacks and a big responsibility tied with it, no? Being yourself gets you to be more vulnerable because you open up your weak points. You expose some things where people might attack you because they just don't conform to what they think. Also, being yourself bears a lot of opportunity and must come with a lot of responsibility. Remember that quote from Warren Buffett? There can never be a better you than you. So you have to set your standard high. A standard, I mean, if there can never be a better you than you, then by all means, exhaust all ways that you can be the best version of yourself, the version that you are, that you would be proud of, the version that you feel happy about. That may not necessarily come immediately. You won't become that person overnight, but at least you can pave your way moving towards it, and that builds on a certain confidence. And like I always speak about momentum, as you do that often, get to train yourself to believe in yourself more. You get to be comfortable with criticisms. You get to be open to commit mistakes and treat them as opportunities to learn what else you can improve in yourself. Something like that. So yeah, I hope these thoughts, you find these thoughts useful. I hope these thoughts still make sense. And hopefully in the next few days I'd still be consistent with my morning walks and vlogs. So if you have anything in mind you want to ask me about, topics you would want to hear about, but also just questions maybe, reach out to me and let me know. So yep, thank you guys for watching and see you again